Remember the time when I shit on the old way and how Nick Cage's return was short-lived? Well, I'm so glad that I was wrong. I'll slap myself on the right cheek, slap myself on the left cheek, banish myself to hell, kneel down to the demon and apologize for not trusting Nick Cage. And let me tell you, a lot of people will be joining me in hell, as the number of audience in the theater during the time I went into this one, I am the only person in the entire hall. It's nice, don't get me wrong, I love being alone in the theater hall, but one?
Are you kidding me? That is insultingly low?
Nick Cage is back again with another great performance, but no one cares. The story follows Renfield, Count Dracula's servant who feels his relationship with his master is toxic but couldn't find a way to get away. This all changed when he met Rebecca, a determined and independent policewoman who is fighting against a criminal empire all on her own as the entire police force is corrupt. She inspires Renfield to be his own person and leave Dracula. This leads to the outrage from Count, and he seeks to get revenge with the help of the criminal empire. First things first, this is a very short movie, and within that runtime I think the movie did complete all the stories from each character and managed to put together a well-rounded journey that is fun, emotional and entertaining. The pacing is controlled very well. The pace is good, but every scene still received enough time to fully convey the information due to the brilliant script. When watching the movie, it gives me the late 90s or early 2000s teen drama plus campy comedy movie combined into one. From the simple story, the very focused characters, to the emphasis on fun, it is just a joy to watch this movie. The story is about how Renfield finds himself, and all the Dracula thing is just a way of presenting this story, which the idea is unique and fresh, love to see it. But once you finish the opening exposition, you can basically predict the entire movie and how the plot is gonna go. So in terms of surprise, the story will not provide that for you in the slightest. I saw the opening and I knew exactly how the movie is gonna pan out, and I was right. But the film managed to make everything so entertaining that I was still having so much fun during the journey, so the predictability is not really a problem for me. Nicholashoult is still amazing as always. He is again playing this nerdy, constrained and emotionally helpless character. He fully embraces the soft side of the character and shows his dilemma of wanting to live for himself but can't seem to move forward from Dracula. He brings a lot to the table in terms of creating this character. His usual charm is still fully preserved, but I still lose myself to his portrayal and see him as Renfield. Awkwafina plays Rebecca. Her character is more stale when compared to Renfield and significantly less entertaining than Dracula. Rebecca is like the constant in the movie that helps to complete the story. Her unyieldingness is what inspired Renfield to take a chance and change, which starts the plot of the movie. Until the end, she never really changed. She just got a new friend who can be a potential love interest, but the film didn't really commit to that, which is great. Not every movie needs to end up with the man getting the girl. It's 2023, and that concept is silly and doesn't do anything to help the plot. Letting them become good friends is a better choice. Having Awkwafina means jokes, as somehow that is her thing, but I never really find her to be that funny. If you like her style of comedy, there are some, not much. She is much more serious in this film, but there are still like 3 to 4 moments where she is just like normal Awkwafina, spitting out jokes. They are out of the blue, but most of them are just for the scene transition. Like when the scene cuts to her, she is telling a joke, then that scene continues, or she makes a joke, then they cut to some other scene. Now let's move on to Dracula. The absolute, well, not MVP, I would say. I think the MVP should be Nicholashoult, but Nick Cage as Dracula is the most entertaining part of the movie. His performance just demands attention. Nick Cage fully embraces the campiness of the movie and leans into it, sort of like a black and white movie style acting with a very grounded approach. No matter what he did in the film, it was entertainment gold, and there is some heartfelt scene which is just a layer beneath the lies, and Nick Cage absolutely kills it as well. I can fully get behind him being so overpowered with his emotional tactics and why Renfield was manipulated to this stage of his unending life. Another standout would be Ben Schwartz's Teddy Lobo. He is great in the film. We all know how comedians have some of the best actors out of the blue, and this time Ben really shows that. His character has a lot of room to play, and Ben nails it in every scene. From obnoxious brat to idiotic jerk to incompetent punk to a cocky villain. He does them all, and none of them are bad. During the final battle, he even has a few seconds, which makes me feel like he is playing Joker just for a few seconds, then he turns back into Ben Schwartz again. The movie is about fun, and there is a lot of action in the film. I wouldn't say there are shaky cam, but the camera just keeps swinging with the punches and the kicks to create the fast-paced action, which is fine, but most of the time they are just buried by a lot of quick cuts. Like Aquafina shooting a gun needs 3 cuts, back and forth between her and the goons getting shot. Those cuts are annoying as hell. And the music for those fight scenes are all super fast beat, loud rock electronic music, which I think it did hype up the action very well, which makes them even more energetic and fun. And the gory stuff, my god, those blood looks like CGI, probably is CGI because there's so much blood in the movie. Like whenever someone starts to move, it's gonna be blood all over the place. Limbs are getting torn off all the time, people getting tears in half, heads getting knocked off, literally. Those gore definitely is going for style, but paired with the action, the energetic music, and the fun tone, it makes the action even more enjoyable to watch. Definitely a good choice, and it elevated everything. Simple but heartfelt story, lovable characters, great acting from the 2 leads, good performance from the rest, entertaining action, great characters dynamic, short runtime with complete story. Just 3 words to describe it. Fun, fun, fun. Plus the great performance by Nick Cage. This is really a good time. If you want to spend an hour and a half or so in the theater, definitely check this one out. You'll have an enjoyable time. It truly is a bloody fun time. Now let's hope this time Nick Cage can continue on with the momentum for a longer time. Let's just forget that The Old Way exists because that movie is trash. We want Pete Cage, Massive Talent Cage, Count Cage. Let's pray Nick can continue to ride on with this success and continue to make good movies. Prayer for Cage.
Move along.